Right, so it is day 182 of 2023 and day 182 of my attempt to plant a tree every day for 2023. And today, being disorganized as usual, so it is tonight, I thought I would go with something that can be a sub-canopy tree in an area that will probably end up getting quite crowded. So what's really nice about this tree is it's one that, if it ends up being too much for this place, it can be chopped off at the base and replanted without having to dig up and disturb the soil. It'll resprout from the base and it can be kept as a shrub, or it can be chopped away again, a lot like the Dracaenas, but not a Dracaena. So today we're going with the African milkbush, which is Euphorbia bicompacta, I think. This is a purple leaf variety, which does seem to do very, very well in shade. I don't know if it's naturally purple leaved or that's just a sort of cultivar. It's actually one that I grew from a cutting from a friend's garden pruning. But anyway, it's quite a nice toxic plant, like a lot of the Euphorbias, so it's going in an area near the pecan nut, near a jackfruit I put in recently, near a bunch of other fruit trees, and near some of the guava trees, which really need a little bit more toxicity around just to reduce their sort of pest burden in the longer run, and just to add a little bit of diversity to what insects can survive and make sure that the sort of most aggressive problem insects aren't reaching explosive proportions. Diversity is good. So we're going to be pairing it with more or less our sort of classic companion plants, but with one little twist. So we're going to be changing out the Dracaena fragrans for a Dracaena reflexa, mostly because this doesn't really need shelter at this point. It will be perfectly happy in shade, but it doesn't need shade. It might drop a few of these leaves, but it'll come back quite merrily if it does. You can see it's not very rooted, but it's already starting to stand up. It's quite a tough little plant. But then we're going to be adding a piece of Alocamerone and a couple of pieces of Kalanchoe fetching coin. Although I only watered right at the bottom of the hole, so only the Dracaena reflexa was in the water, I'm going to put some water on the top just to sort of close the soil in and get a little humidity to sink in a bit without getting those too waterlogged, hopefully. And that should be everything for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it, thank you for watching anyway. Please tune in again tomorrow. I will be planting something different, and I'm not going to say it's in daylight because that just doesn't seem to be happening lately, but we'll see.